going on? Cover One crew, welcome back to the show. Hope everybody's doing awesome. I'm great as always, and we're doing a great one today because I am all in on these two players, and you guys got to be all in as well. Yes, the ADP value is extremely high, but I do believe the return on investment on these guys is going to repay us in a very big way. I am not terrified whatsoever. You're talking about surer products in the NFL this year. I mean, outside of injury alone, if they stay healthy for a full 17 games, these guys should be absolutely stellar and give us big-time returns where we draft them. Before we get started, draft guide, baby. Go get your copy today. Cover1.net, 300 player evaluations, sleepers, must-avoids, rookie scouting reports, rankings, etc. I got you covered for your drafts, so go get your copy today. Cover1.net. You will not be disappointed. I'm telling y'all, man, you got to listen to your boy. I got you covered for the entire season. First one on the board, we start talking about players I'm all in on, is a Jonathan Taylor, JT. Indianapolis Colts, man, we know what JT is, and he has absolutely been a very good, capable, consistent runner for us for a majority of his career. Yes, I understand. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, JT was dealing with a little bit of injury. Did miss, 2-3 games last year, 2 to injury as well, but he still ended up producing a heaping of points for us. 235 finishing as the running back 9, but he had only hit on that 66.7% on that boom rate. Still not terrible, and was able to give us and generate a lot of point productivity, being our running back 1 last season, and I'm still okay with it because of how this offense is moving in the right direction. There is the only situation of the quarterback, and I'll touch base with that as well, but 303 attempts, 1431 in the yards, 11 rushing TDs, got himself involved in the pass game, even though they did add some, other talent in DJ Giddens this offseason from the NFL draft. There could be some sprinkles of touches coming his way as well. He's a very talented running back, but his boom rate and his point productivity, especially where he sits today in terms of ADP, running back 8, 19 overall. A lot of people not fading Taylor just yet, and neither am I. I think that, where we have him, it is a very good value to returns for a JT, where he could literally be our running back 1 and give us a, over and beyond 250 points this season. There is no question. Team dynamic for these Indianapolis Colts on the depth chart. You got AD, Adonai Mitchell, Tyler Warren, newest rookie member, who is a superstar in the making. Y'all thought, Brock Bowers was a generational tight end, which he was, which I was preaching last offseason as well. Tyler Warren is very much similar and close into that prospect. This guy catches everything to come his way, and he will be a beast on the field. Josh Downs, feeling it. We're always down for Downs. Michael Pittman, and then JT. We always, you understand who is on the depth chart as well, but the biggest situation, who's going to start at quarterback? That's got me, shaking my head and being like, what are we doing here? We see it's either A-Rich or a Daniel Jones. Daniel Pennies, who's going to start at quarterback for this Indianapolis Colts club here in 2025? That's the biggest question mark that we do have. This offense is truly loaded. They just need the right guy at the quarterback position to head spear this thing off. AD Mitchell is a stud, just not enough balls to go around, man. If we can see Josh Downs stay healthy, Michael Pittman stay healthy, this offense truly has so many weapons and playmakers. They just require a quarterback to feed them on the regular. JT, like I said, he missed, 16 games in 3 years? I get it. This is why a lot of people are saying, yeah, we're in, but we kind of got to drop him down the board to hedge bet because of those injuries, and it's always, been the sense for me, 900-plus carries coming out of college, and then the Indianapolis Colts didn't really have an offense to support him, and they ran this man into the ground. We're seeing the foot injuries, the ankle injuries come up because it is soft tissue as well, to suggest that, his body is starting to break down just a little bit, which does suck. But I do think that Jonathan Taylor, when he is healthy, and I do believe he will be healthy again this season, is absolutely going to be a freaking dynamo for all of us, man. Coming off 1,400 yards, you can't sneeze at that. I'm telling you, even missing 3 games last season, still cracks 1,400 yards. He is one of the elite runners in this game, and if the Colts can get great quarterback play, this offense is going to be ready to roll, man. Great value for JT, even if he is your running running back 2, sign me up all day long. Running back 1, I understand, might have a little bit of pause, even though I want to get maybe a top-end elite alpha wide receiver to run my team to start, but we got a JT to be my guy in the second round to be my running back 2. That is freaking unbelievable value. Talk about the rankings. Devin off the A-chain. Achane is number 7, JT number 8, Josh Jacobs number 9, Bucky Irving number 10, Chase Brown 11, Kyron Williams number 12. You can make an argument for any one of these guys to be ahead of a Jonathan Taylor at this point, and I think that some people will in their drafts come this fall, late summer. And that's going to be one of these situations that if I'm almost hoping if A-Rich does not, how do I put this? If Anthony Richardson does not improve at this point, a lot of people suggesting he's been doing very well in camp so far. I really haven't seen it, and I'm not buying in until I see it on the field in-game action. We're a Daniel Jones, Daniel Penny's. We get it. We know what he is. He's not an elite-level quarterback, but at least we have seen him able to support top-end wide receiver talents in his time in New York with these Giants, and he's basically last kick at the can to get a starting role in this league before he becomes a perennial backup for the remainder of his time in the NFL. This is a very good landing spot, and I think he is intelligent enough to understand that he came to these Indianapolis Colts knowing the fact that he could start as the starting quarterback this year, and with all these weapons, they can make him look a lot better. Daniel Jones, I'm speaking of, which only inhibits greater productivity to the running back position, and Jonathan Taylor. I absolutely love the prospects of what JT could be, so I'm definitely all in on the top 5 potential that Jonathan Taylor does have and does possess once again here this season. You guys got to be all in on JT too. I'm telling y'all, he is going to absolutely give us the returns that we're looking for. I mean, said no other way than that, man. Next one we got is CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver of these Dallas Cowboys. Here's the situation with CD. He's always been my dude. Coming out of OU, he was my guy. This year, ADP wide receiver 3, overall number 6. And I mean, it is fair point because it is Jamar Chase and it is Justin Jefferson. I got no issues ranking a CD Lamb above a JJ this year, only because we don't know what JJ McCarthy is at this point. Is there going to be a lot of growing pains for these Minnesota Vikings? Potentially. Do you want the sure product and the sure thing with a CD Lamb? You will get it once again this year because they added somebody like a George Pickens. But last season, 15 games, 152 targets, and that is without a Dak Prescott. He was injured for majority of the season, so you're going to say last year was something of a downgrade. 101 receptions, 1194, and 6 receiving touchdowns. Still hit on 73% of his boom rates in his game, so even without a Dak Prescott, this guy's proven that he is extremely reliable, quarterback proof, and 212 points, finishing as the wide receiver 8. Yes, it is on the lower trend of wide receivers for the elite level caliber talents that these guys do have, but it's only because of Dak Prescott sat because he was injured last season. If Dak can stay healthy here in 2025, this offense is absolutely going to move in the pass game. Even if they get behind, you know they're going to pass the football quite a bit. Everything is contingent on how good this run game is going to be, but CeeDee Lamb, without question, could be one of the biggest gets early on in our fantasy football drafts. Talking about this depth chart for these Dallas Cowboys. Every offseason, we know Dallas, they got some sort of controversy. Now we got the Micah Parsons issue. He's requested a trade. Jerry Jones is talking, saying, don't believe all of that. We're going to get something worked out. But, I mean, we're talking about this offense specifically. I mean, with that, like I said, with a healthy Dak Prescott, they will make a lot of moves, man. Javonte Williams, can he handle the run attack? Absolutely. He's proven it from his time at North Carolina, proven it with the Denver Broncos that he can at least handle a good sizable workload. Now he is, 2 seasons removed from that ACL injury. Now we're going to see what Javonte could potentially be. Hopefully he can stay healthy. And I mean, this pass game, if they do get a good sizable assistance in the run attack with Javonte, with my guy Jaden Blue, the blueprint, and then Miles Sanders, if they can rotate this backfield enough to create the play action passes, only going to help out a Dak Prescott, especially with the potential concerns that we do have on the offensive line. You got to utilize this this run game quite a bit, but you're talking Jalen Tolbert, Jake Ferguson, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens. That's the biggest one you got this offseason. Finally, CeeDee Lamb's got a running mate like a George Pickens, who in his own right could be an alpha wide receiver as well. We've seen the highlight reels this guy can make. You give him 125 targets, and you're going to see George Pickens hit over 1,000 yards every single season. The guy is truly unguardable, and playing with a guy like CeeDee Lamb, he's going to feel rejuvenated because the coverage isn't going to be directed to him all the time, and CeeDee Lamb's going to pull coverage from his side. No double teams coming for these wide receivers here in Dallas, and I'm absolutely for it. Sign me up all day long. Both Lamb and Pickens, with a healthy Dak Prescott, should be able to crack 1,000 plus yards a season, where Dak Prescott anywhere from 4,500 to 5,000 yards passing should be the MO for this Dallas Cowboys offense, and that's not a hot take whatsoever, as Dak has come very close to throwing 5,000 in his past. As terms of wide receiver rankings, CD is wide receiver 3, Puka, Neighbors 4 and 5, Nico Collins at 6, Amon-Ra St. Brown at number 7, and then BTJ, Brian Thomas Jr. at number 8. You're not picking any of these guys over a CeeDee Lamb, and I'm just highlighting where the value does reside. Even though it is extremely high, picking a wide receiver at number 3, you're likely going to have to take him within the first 6 to 7 picks in that first round, but he's going to pay dividends. We just got to hope and pray that Dak Prescott stays healthy, and CeeDee Lamb definitely has the ability to showcase his ability to be a wide receiver 1 in fantasy once again, as he is 3 seasons removed from being the wide receiver 1 in all of fantasy football. It is not a stretch to suggest that CeeDee Lamb could be once again a wide receiver 1 overall in fantasy football, and that's why I am all in on the potential of being a wide receiver 1 here in 2025, but it is all contingent, like I said, on the health of Dak Prescott. If Dak does go down, we're going to see another top 10 finish for CeeDee Lamb, because he is quarterback proof enough to carry the team when is required. But if Dak Prescott is there with somebody like George Pickens, I expect fireworks to happen for a CeeDee Lamb in a very big way, and he could, challenge to be a Jamar Chase or a Justin Jefferson to be the wide receiver 1 in all of fantasy football this year. But there you have it. That is my all-in players. 2 of them on the board. There is many others that I'm all in on this year, but these guys, if I can snag them, while I don't like picking wide receivers that early in my drafts, CeeDee Lamb is definitely one of these guys that I will take a shot on and hope to get my running backs in round 2 and 3 to at least hedge bet that way. But CeeDee Lamb, along with Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, they are the cream of the crop when it comes to potential wide receiver 1s this season. But there you have it. That is my all-in players. Like I'm saying, definitely get in on that, and we will talk about it in the comments. Drop in them, man. You guys in on JT? You in on CeeDee Lamb? Throw it in the comments. We can definitely talk it out because they are that good. But we'll see you next time. I am out.